Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to our tutorial on Rule the Waves. We're at war with the USA. So, we've gone up. Pretty much a little bit of spying. If you spy too much on someone, they will get mad at you. But, at the same time, we did say we didn't want them in the Balkans. We didn't want them to occupy land in the Caribbean. And they didn't like that. So, here we're at war. We're a little bit further on the negative than I wanted to be, but they offered us a armored cruiser at a discount, so we said yes. So, battle. Alright, we have a battleship engagement. So, battle. It's going to be a battleship engagement. We're going to fight the US. Location is southeast seaboard. It's going to be a large battle. Yeah, those are the important things. Battleship engagement, large. These two things don't really matter that much. The important thing is to note your fleet size versus their fleet size. And they have a lot more battleships in this area. And this is going to be a battleship engagement. That's very bad. But if we decline, they get victory points. In this case, we are going to decline that. Cruiser action. At the Panama Canal, basically. I believe the Panama Canal opens up in soon. It opens up in 1914 or something like that. So, it hasn't been built yet. That's the most important thing to remember. It's in the process of being built. Yep. Yeah. So we have one cruiser, they have two cruisers, but we have a battleship here too. Or they have four cruisers. This is a little better fight for us, so accept that. Alright. So, this is the second part of the game. And this is how... So, objectives. There's a certain type of engagement. It'll be listed there. Reports on certain things. Your log of the previous turn. Of events that happened in the previous turn. Our country flag. Save game. Oh, order of battle. These are ships we can affect. We got two divisions here. We got a armor cruiser and a light cruiser. Do that. That. So, zoom in and zoom out with the middle mouse key here. Right click that, gives us the same thing as if we went to what the status of this group is, or this group is status. Nope. Gives us our basic overview. Stuff, we got plenty of ammo, speed, max speed. If we were going to set them on AI, that's where we do it. And right clicking is the same as on the ship, not the flag of the status. This is this. If we put a picture here, and we can put pictures if we want to for the battleships or for the ships. This gives us our breakdown of what's happening. Most important thing to note on this thing is generally the structure and the flotation, because that's how much damage it's taken. Group quality, rangefinders, blah. If we have torpedoes. Alright, so save the game here and the game preferences, back to this preference thing. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in ×5, zoom to be able to see all the ships involved. Lock your view on a certain division. Sighting rates. Big thing to note is that this happened as it's 1900. Early. Very early. you have to see the ship in order to fight to engage it. There is no radar. So generally, if the ships aren't in the circle, we have no idea that they exist. It's very important for that. Main gun range. So our main guns, we have to have them at least in this circle in order to engage them, to fire our guns at them, depending where we put the guns. If we have torpedoes, that's how close we have to get to fire our torpedoes. So that's a lot of stuff. The fire lines, if we're firing on a ship, stern circle, never knew what that was. Could be our range. Yeah. That's how far we can go before we run out of gas. I'm not sure what that is. So, yeah. That takes off their main things, all ships' names, turns. Press the turn button, it processes a turn. We notice here time elapsed has gone from 0 to 1. We have 500 turns to find and defeat the enemy. Game speed, yep. Conditions, clear, pretty good. If we had sea conditions, it'd be listed between here, here. Basic information, so in 2.5, basically 3 hours, sun will set. View all logged entries, world's fighting ships, back to the almanac, shortcut help. Can't really do anything because we can't affect this stuff yet. So process 1 turn, process 5 turns, run for hours, run the game, pause. So when we run, oh, spotted something. Yep, came right into our field of view. Alright. So the medium average of a ship of the two between the fleet. That set the speed to the slowest ship. Cruise. Cruise is generally 14. Targeting if you were using the AI, or yeah, adjust your sights. You want to go that way. You want to go that way. Fixed course. You can adjust basically from this angle, go in a degree of something. Spot another ship. Spot another ship. Alright, we have identified that as a DD, a destroyer. Spot another ship. Pause. Alright, they have come in our gun range. We want to adjust that slightly. Destroyers are slightly dangerous because they have torpedoes. You can also press space in order to process a single turn. Since we are in combat, we will do that. Fire, 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 fire. Notice these little white spots. Those are where our where our bullets ended up. The old game of Battleship, B9. Them firing at us. That's pretty much going to be these two firing upon us. Quick overview. 2% of the ammo's been fired. Process another turn. We really want this ship to be in here. Pick you. Pick you. Process, process, process. Process, process, process. You are running out of fuel. Less important right now. Actually, let's run these guy back. See if they'll follow. They are following. Alright, we will cross T. Why are you so far away? Okay, now we will turn. Firing, 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 processing, processing, processing. Just keep going. Da, 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 da. Oh, they look like they're running. Let's look at our CLs are doing fine. Now, we haven't taken damage, but we've been firing guns. They look like they're heading north now. So we want to follow. Let's continue following them up. There we go. And that's a random thing that can happen. And why are you so far over here? More important when you just give an order for the random events. Alright, we'll zoom in a bit. They're making 20 knots, 20 knots, 20 knots. Light damage on that one. Okay. Just continue to process. Okay, there you are. Adjust course. We will adjust course. As long as we're just chasing them down. Oh! Sun. We have just hit the other side of the... There we go. So we have hit night. If we noticed, we lost sight of them. They are most likely heading here to run away from us. But that was a pretty good engagement for us. Turn still processing. And here's another thing. If one division is too far from your main battleship, your HQ thing, they will, if they can't see them by sight, because again, no radio, or they do have radio? I think they have radio. But they mostly signal by flags. So Last known information for them, we're over here. Go back. Stop. Adjust you. Now we're trying to hunt them down, but we don't know where they are. No ships left in the fleet. They have made it to here and docked up. Since we are gentlemen, we will allow them to dock up and not shoot them in dock. They docked up. Scenario is over. The overview. Our ships are undamaged, but we damaged a couple of theirs. LTs and AUXs. Yeah. These are ships, basically transports and cargo ships. You're generally not going to worry. You don't build them, so you don't worry about them. But there are situations where you're going to destroy them. Points. If we had injective, or if they had injective, and whether they completed it or not, listed here. Rearmaments mode. I don't remember how to get out of that. Great Britain, marginal victory. Yep. Details, more detailed view. We scored 1 medium hit, and they suffered. So in all that firing, we hit them once or twice. So it's probably a light hit and a medium hit. So yeah, there we go. Medium and light, and that's how much damage they took. 2% of our shots hit, and 0.5% of their shots hit. It's not very good. Shot 200 times, only hit once. Close. Actually have to click this to leave the scenario. And here we go. Marginal victory. Gain 60 points. Turns. Alright, so discussing war here now. When you're at war, you gain victory points. In terms of score, so you want to have more than them to push the tables at the negotiation. Victory points achieved thus far. Their victory points achieved thus far. If we had submarines, we can adjust their policy. I don't believe we can build subs yet. Let's increase our research. Build sub. Nope, can't build subs yet. Alright, so patrol fulfillment. Let's get back to these MSs that I built long ago. They mostly keep out, mostly that is to keep away subs. Done with that. Oh, since we're at war now, our budget increased. So we don't have to worry about that one thing that was a bit problematic. 5 turns left to build up our docks. Probably should build something there. We'll get to that. So, that. We have 45 at 12. You generally want, if you have less, you'll suffer a malus, equal, nothing, and a bonus for having more. Like that. Alright, so mass select. I don't know if I ever said anything about that. So yeah. Don't really have DDs to spare. Put you guys to rating. Oh, I need all you guys rating. We'll have you guys not raid. Go back, put back to fleet. We'll want to move you guys to the North American coast. As you can see here, it takes time. They have to transverse that. They'll be their next turn. But if they were over here, they'd go from here to here to here. Mediterranean does not have enough. Put you in active fleet. So can we raiding? You can't raid. Alright, so leave you there. Can we raid with you? Yeah, we can raid with you. Can we raid with you? Yeah, we can raid with you. This is mostly to take out their infrastructure, their stuff. So that, leave most of this. Move ship to North America coast. Move ship North America coast. Under construction. Alright, let's look at our research here. We still only have 13 guns. So we'll design a ship. It's going to be a battle cruiser. Use about that far. The Invincible. Yep. Don't really like that. Turrets. There we go. Two levels of ship design. Okay, so we can't build battle cruisers yet. Ship design. We only have one yet. Naval secondary guns and there. But if we were to clear all, design a new battleship. This should show you something. Save. Okay. Get to the build dialog. If we built the hood, there you go, our extra development costs. I don't really like the hood for this bit. And that's pretty much war. During the random turns, in between turns, you may get option to sue for peace. And if you take it, you're at peace. Well, you get a chance to go for it. Sometimes it'll randomly, or the army will say no, and but if you have a territory under full blockade, like let's see here, the U.S. has more ships here. It's like we could start invading Alaska. For all I know, we have more ships here, so we could start taking these territories. Yep. We're adjusting our fleet over there. And that is pretty much warfare. We should build another Collingwood. Suggest. If you don't suggest, build ship, Collingwood. If you don't put that suggest button, it gives you this thing. Like, okay, just give me a name. Alright, so we lose a victory point because we don't have enough ships in the Caribbean. breakthrough, breakthrough. Occasionally you see this. And well, it's usually new training applying now. Alright, this is the one I want to show you. Because we're raiding with our CL, we sunk a merchant ship by West Africa. They took out one of our ships. Alright. And that is pretty much Rule the Waves for us. Thank you, and come again.